that are tuning in. Having more and more people in the room. Okay. They changed the Jesus feed on me. But I'll tell you something. This Lennar, horrible. Crocs gave it all back, still more. If it wasn't for a couple of these software stocks, you see what's going on. How about this VW? What's wrong with this thing? If I was short this overnight, I'd be nervous. Look at the run this thing has in it. It's got the run. See this, like, for example, right here. 4 to 8. So let me take off my picture here. My suggestion is for those that are newer, for like Toddler and all the other guys, you got to go here, okay? Got to go to the TradeGateHub YouTube channel. We do 2 videos a day. Thank you for being part of our 8,300 subscribers, where we got 2 a day. Get through it. Look, it's last week. 300 views, 900 views, 800 views, 1,000 views. All right. So you get a picture of what we do. It's, sometimes this room is fast and furious. Juice, I don't know what happens. This guy, he's on like amphetamines or caffeine also. You know what I'm saying? So I'm being facetious. It's a process. My process isn't better over almost 30 years, as well as coach and those high-level opinions on the room. The whole room, the ideas are predicated. We didn't split the atom here. It's still, prevalent to this day. Option flow. Nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. Volume. Volume tells the story. The trend is your friend. Range. We want range, right? We want it to have some sort of movement, some sort of ATR. Go back, watch the videos, and then ask some questions afterwards. Lewis, you know what? I don't know. Good question. Lewis is asking about software stocks. Lewis, yeah. I have a gut feeling that says no. That's my gut feeling. Doesn't mean it's right. All right, here's a couple of good opinions, right? Lewis, you have a question about software? It doesn't mean it's right. Listen, how many people I follow? 62. They're talking about it right now, the last 12 minutes. His next big trade. Guy's a behemoth. All right, QQQ, much lighter volume today and now outperforming the S&P. You could also obviously put the software sector in IGV. NASDAQ 100 may have bottomed. Okay, let's go again. Right above that, Farm and Date. Guy's also a behemoth. Good trader. 100,000 followers and doesn't follow that many people. Emblematic of a good trader, much like myself. What does he say? This is a good sign. It doesn't mean to take it. I would, but it is a good sign. Doesn't mean it's going to work at 9:31 tomorrow. You might go through some pain. The way this market is, you could have, this team could be down $4 tomorrow and rally within the first 4 minutes. Down 100 points in NASDAQ, over 1%, but software names are green. Likely bottom in the software names. Yes. USO. You know what they're going into hard? Natural gas. UNG. They're going into natural gas. I think I'm going to get in. What else do they like here? QURE. This is interesting to me, this QURE down here. Futures are breaking lower. The VIX. Here's the VIX. Yeah, here's the board. Something happened. There's news out. Something happened. Look at that funky move in the spies. Oh, you know what? Look at this news that just came out. This might be bullish to software. Anthropic unveils AI disruption index to track potential white collar impact. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Alibaba, Baba, bearish flow in the Chinese stocks. But look at Baba. All right. I mean, could this turn into an oracle? Or a basis? Look at all, even those things. But Baba RSI is 20. Here's the daily on Baba. Let's draw let's go to a weekly on Baba. Let's draw the lowest RSI. So the lowest RSI Baba has ever had was right here, 28. It's right here. The RSI on Baba right now is what? No, it's the weekly. Let's go to the daily even. Well, the daily, listen, you go to the daily, it goes as long as you want. Baba hasn't been this low since March of 2023. What happens when it does it? Yeah, I get it. You're going to have to cost average down. I'm not saying average down, cost average down. This is the weekly, but it is a proverbial best of breed, and not the, JD had earnings. There's the reversal on JD at the high of the day. JD was the one. I don't know. I'm not seeing things that clearly. I was off a couple of days. Oh, here, look at this is the news. Right here. Let's watch it. Iran claims Strait of Hormuz open to friends after China pressure. Crude. Look, listen, this is how crude reacted. Considering that crude's, parabolic, if you will, and it's had the second highest RSI in history within like 5 days. You're telling me it only has $1 downtick? That's not big to me. Kidding me? Matter of fact, I don't like this at all. I hate my positions. Where are my charts? Listen, here's the board. Know what you have. This whole board, everything green could be red tomorrow and everything red could be green. That's what's going on. Literally. FCX. What happened here? My God. How about airlines? All broken. UAL. That's it. That's in the stage. Now that's in the stage 4. You're just ripping back. I'm hanging in some CRISPR. Are there better calls? Better? Yeah, but there's the CRISP daily. There's the CRISPR weekly. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. How often you guys know me? By the way, it's all VIX, UNG. UNG taking a lot of calls. It is what it is. Trust me on it. Yeah, I'll show you. QURE is interesting. Now's the time you want it. I might take that. That has range. Look at the range in this thing. QURE. Let's do some research, okay? Everybody got blasted here. This is something you might want that might work. It's better. I want it right here. wherever this thing is. What is this number? 972. I'm not going to get it. What's this number? 1041. It's holding 1041. I'll buy 800. I'm in. F you. Here, core. There's my position. 48,000 cores. Huge calls all day long. KMB breaking higher. Here, this BW is breaking higher. The one I originally said first. Okay? BW, whatever this thing is, Babb and Wilcock. This is something for the juice. There's the weekly. BW, as pure as they come. That's the one. If anybody's in there, get to know it. Futures ripping back. What's wrong with this stock? ROIV. Breaking high on 4 million. Look at that offer right there. Look at that buyer, 30. Look at that offer. BW breaking high. IRD breaking high. Futures. Where's the VIX? Talk about the VIX. I don't even think the VIX is going up here. VIX a little. Okay, now the VIX is taking a pull back into the close. It's yet to be determined. TTD. AutoZone breaking high. And I go to AAP. Nope. BW. Avago. Right at the 200-day here, Avago. You know what? I'm going to buy some AVL. AVL is the 2-time Avago. I'm going to buy Avago here. I buy AVL. Chevron down. Nothing over. I'm forcing it. Forcing. Okay, we got action. Thank you, everybody. All right, you gotta get us put me in check here. Hi, Mike. Congrats on BGS. You know what? Thank you. Come on, guys. You know what I mean? Did you have it, Sherry? Got lucky. I think that, you know what? It worked when it worked when it. Where am I? I gotta show my face here. It worked when it shouldn't have worked, but it worked. I don't know how to take that. Good place to buy the dip. No. Airlines getting clobbered in oil and your chemicals don't look so bad. You want to know why, J Norm? I just sold 8,000 CC. It's LYB leading the way. CC. I don't know why this can't get going. This the Chemours company. No, you didn't take it, Sherry. That's fine. It's okay, Sherry. But what did it put us in? Listen, there's 8 gazillion stocks. I'm sure a lot of stock take what calls, but it's my point. A lot of things take calls. I'm not here reading the tape saying calls on everything. It's my job to present it to you what calls, I mean, BGS was proper at that time. Every food stock was ripping. UNFI, for example, USFD, but in PDYN, I know I thought about you, Jane Arm. That opened up, you know what? That PDYN was 12. That was 12 this morning. I thought about you. I really did. $11.60 was the high today. Nice. PUA 100. I don't like that pattern, man. I don't like that pattern. I know it's it's geopolitical and exogenous oil events and it goes screwed up. I get it, but I don't know, man. Do I like Olin? That's the fair question. See, Sherry's in the right church, but maybe the different pew. Olin should have went. I don't like the range in Olin. I wish Olin was 36 and pulled back here. No, I don't like Olin. They're all bad. They all came in, all the chemical ones. Eastman Chemical. How about Hun? This is the one you want. Hun? EMN? You know what? Okay, let's be prudent when it comes to these type of stocks and good questions. Jane, we've discussed this. I know you're in. I think a time zone away. I know maybe even out west now, but you've missed some trades not getting up. I think you're a little older than me. What the hell do you do? Aren't you up like 4 a.m. like every other old person? Should be up anyway. I don't know. Olin, no. You want why, Miss Sherry? The only one in this, I think this LYB had like 9,000 upgrades. That none of them are taking the proverbial calls that you want to see on the pullback. You know what I mean? So no, I don't like them. I don't like Olin. I don't like Olin. Are you back home? Cheers. I hope everything's well, Jane. What is this thing? Rise with Devo. Givo. I don't know what to do. Listen, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I was in New York City for a couple of days. I'm surprised. What are they on? I'm sure I don't have gout. I ate so much freaking ribeyes and have you seen the seafood tower? I'm going to grow scales. You tell me, Miss Sherry. If of course I'd like Olin if it took out 27. And you know what? I like Olin if it took out 27. If Olin takes out 27, believe me, we're going to be in a lot of other ones. I'm going to tell you, I know this stock. This CC isn't bad. It's not bad. And I bought it today. I like it. CC is the one I would do. CNC Music Factory, LYB, and I know we're stuck on Olin and all those other guys. I wish I never even brought it up. But when they take calls, you know what I'm saying? I'm bagged in this. What is this thing? Bagged in it. All right, I'm going to go over some things now. Sherry, I would like Olin. I don't mean to be facetious. I'm serious. Of course I would. And you know what? If Olin goes over 27, there's going to be it's either Olin has some sort of individual exogenous news, or there's a massive rotation that continued or goes into another stage. I knew you would, Miser. Anybody that uses a dash before a 1 is old enough to have no CNC Music Factory. I'm being facetious too, but you get it. You didn't dance to that song, and so you're obviously Generation X, so you didn't dance to that. Forget about it. Marvell, Costco, IOT. They popped IOT this morning. GWRE, PBR, taking calls. Everybody knows what this is doing, right? Is this the pullback? Is this the low? Well, the pullback. PBR calls. Another one that's taking calls sneaky. I don't trust as far as I can throw a miser, but it's taking, and it has been. Gap stores, GAP. Now all the other ones started to crack. Even Ralph cracked. Even took Ralph down. When they take Ralph is the bread. Ralph is the Ralph Lauren. Ralph is the barometer. Marvell. You want to know? Okay, this Marvell. By now, in all seriousness, I really believe is a pretty fair analogy. And what is that? A couple of things, Miss Sherry. While I'm dissertating about Marvell, which is the analogy to QURE, do you like QURE here, Miss? You have your chance down here. Get back to me, Miss Sherry, by the time I make the Marvell presentation, please. Marvell. Marvell reminds me of QURE. It had everything you wanted to it. The semis had a nice bounce, even a Vago bounce today. You know, obviously you had, well, Marvell's not really in the same category, but anything at least SMH related could have bounced. And it took calls. The longer this Marvell took not to go, the more there's going to be a problem. My IMO this evening. Marvell has earnings tonight. I don't like it. That might go. I could hear J Norm buying BW in the background. J Norm, don't be jet lagged. BW, do you like it? BW. Everyone's got some freaking homework right now before I get off here. Sherry, do you like QURE? J Norm, BW. Miser, you give me another group that's analogous to CNC Music Factory, like Expose or something like that. Remember that band Expose? All these stocks at 52 weeks low. BSX, Campbell Soup. Thank God I got that thing. How you doing? Obviously, it's KROU. The balls to trade this KROU, but this is the Korean index. For those that don't know, you don't like QURE, good sharing. You don't want to know why you don't? Because you're a student. You're a student. That's why. You lost in it once. Leave all the money for me. That's okay. That's why GGH is free. Okay, let's check Jesus. Okay, UNG. Now there are certain ETFs that don't come across at least my feeds that often. One of them is corn, which is off the board still. UNG doesn't come up that much. It's coming up a lot today. They're coming up a lot today. And I know J Norm, he's a good, decent UNG trader. Miss Sherry, sometimes less is better. Avago put flow. Now I'm in trouble. I bought AVL. All right, let's get to it. Let's get down to it. 324, and I am going to leave off early. Kane. Michael Kane. Sugar. Not bad. Not bad. Miser. No problem. Thank you for the idea. No joking. Why? Why am I looking for this? And why not tomorrow? And why not a month? Why do you give it a week? Actually, you know what? Why Kane? I'm trying to learn. Probably works. The chart's okay. Looks like a software chart. You know what it looks like? Looks like a software chart. All right, good. Enough said. There's the answer. Shortage. Problem. When it comes to fruition, not, I'll tell you right now, I appreciate it. It's a plan. Serious. Good call, man. Wow, nice, Jane Norm. I want everybody to see this comment, and I say this sometimes and I'm facetious. I hope everybody gets my humor, or at least some wit or something. Buying you ale. PDN taking out the daily high. Now regular hours relative strength. Say that again. Believe me, we're on tape here. The stock so much isn't relevant. It's the vernacular and what was being said about that particular stock. Okay. Now, a stock that has range, I pointed out that this morning, whether it was euphoria or not, I don't think so. The stock's still up freaking 30%, whatever it's up. So that's what you kind of want to see. For me, I think it's leverage to a 10 strike price, but what do I know? But no matter what, student of the game, everybody in the room should be in it. Juice, short-term trader, me, I'll do anything. Jay Norm obviously knows, but even Coach probably is watching this thing. Get it? I'm not buying UAL. You can have fun with that thing. Okay, let's get to the board. Let's go. Let's go. Market ripping. What is with this thing? SOC. Another one all day long. See that I put that Vago on the low. Core. Look at this core. What is with this thing? This thing's on the low. The market's flying. Oh, what is up, dude? Jay Norm, here's another one. Jay Norm. That BW, here's another one, Jay Norm. What's with this ROIV? I need help a minute. Serious. ROIV. You want to be short? Look at this. Why aren't we in this? I'm in it. I bought 4,000. Yeah, I'm in it. Where are the students? Let's take some peel off here. Crisper. I'm definitely taking QURE Sherry. I'm not kidding. I got to do it. Kind of like it, man. I kind of like it. You know what? I won't say it. I'm a gentleman. I won't say a word. Actually, you know what? It is what it is. I kind of like it. Ain't that breaking high? Ain't that breaking high? That's a semi. You know what the problem with this rally? It's a little too early. It's a little too early into the close. Here's the VIX. See this VIX? You want this? You want this rally? What a time is it? You want this to happen to 355. Here's the VIX. Here, right here. Here's the gap. They stopped it right here. Selling. You should be. I'm chasing the market. This is the rally is short. I need a short. Extended nut drip. It is strong. I need a short. AMPX, Jane Norm. How about that call? Come on now. Be honest. I need a short immediately. Just as a hedge. I can't believe I used that word hedge. You know what it's going to be? A retailer. It should be a retailer. ROIV is extended. I chased AVL. Look at it. Top ticked AVL like a freaking day trader. Look. I kind of like AVL. No, you know what? I don't. You know what? Let me I'm going to talk about a trade now. I kind of like Avago. I think it's going to pop. It held the support. Okay, it has what you want. It's going to be a Kramer tonight. I think it kind of like pops after a Kramer situation. Not that it has that tremendous pull, but here's a lesson, J Norm. I've said this to you, and you've actually agreed with me. Avago is the play. You know why AVL, which is the two-time ETF Avago, is not the play? It's under the moving averages. It might work. Just like well,
thank you, everybody.
Oh, just like CONL worked there, but I don't know. The market rallied too much for me, and I didn't see that much go up. This SOC is going nuts. Let's look at the wise guy sweep. Do you see this Jesus feed now? They split it up. Now this is wise guy alerts. They used to put it all on one thing. Now I got to split up and open a new box. It's upsetting me.
RKT, bullish, call, 16 strike, March 6th, 1 days, $50,000, 0.6x, multi-sweep.
That's like Pearl Jam. You might as well play Pearl Jam to me when I hear that. That's like freaking audio porn. Talk to me, baby. Anyway, RCAT's still taking calls. RCAT. You know what RCAT? Why on every year one should be saying on my scanners is RCAT with good volume right near the high of the day holding with RCAT. That's one. I don't care about RQE, QURE. Actually, I kind of do because I'm in it. RCAT is pure.
SPY,
Ooh.
bearish, good, 657 strike, March 9th, 4 days, $261,000, 1.2x, multi-sweep.
It might as well be an Eddie Van Halen guitar solo as far as I'm concerned. That's incredible. Hold on a second. Let's go to the board. Oh,
God. SPY, IWM, bearish, put, 185 ACHC, bearish.
SGHC. Yeah. How about they knock me out? See this move? Calls don't lie. They had me. I sold it like a BGS. I have some BGS left. Don't get me wrong. I sold it SGHC, but you know what? They had the calls even when I was buried. RCAT pure. RCAT's good. UNG, BW, QURE for those that might have an interest on the bottom. That's all I see for now. We got Marvell after. You heard me dissertate. Listen, there's a lot of range in some things. Even J Nord's PTYN. TTD is going to have massive range. This TTD should be on everybody's situation. All right, I'll leave it there. I got to catch my breath. I'll do better tomorrow. Thanks for everybody for participating, and we'll leave it there. Well, do you need to talk? You need to talk like that, Mike? LOL. I can't. I got to be doing a lot more bong hits before I can get my voice that low. Believe me. But I'll be there. Okay, I'll try my best. Cheers, everybody. I'm in the room.